money, sport, music, we've got the lot tonight. Comic genius John Cleese is on the show. Yes, he is. 7 times Grammy winner Taylor Swift is on that sofa. I know. Cricketing superstar Kevin Pieterson is here, ladies and gentlemen. I know. And we've got music from the legend that is Mr. Neil Diamond, everybody. Oh, yeah. They're in. The Diamond fans are in. Yeah. Now, obviously, I'll be talking to Kevin Pieterson about his controversial new book, which is causing quite a stir. Kevin was part of the England team that famously won the Ashes in 2005. Here he is celebrating afterwards. Hey! Because he was pacing himself because the next morning he had to be in Downing Street. Yeah. Made it! Kevin still hopes to play for England again one day, and I know that news has delighted his former teammates. It really has, yeah. Lots of copies of his book have been bought by the England cricket team. Not sure what they're doing with them, you know, but... yeah. Hey, we've got the Ashes! One way to get them. We are delighted to welcome back Taylor Swift. Now, here she is out and about in New York. Oh, look at her there. See, isn't that so good? It's so perfectly coordinated. You know, white cat, white top. And when that goes in the wash, she's got plenty of spares in the wardrobe. Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I'll be chatting to Taylor about her new single, Shake It Off. Ooh, yeah. There she is. Of course, not everyone looks that good lying down in their underwear. Taylor is one of those stars that have a nickname for the people that follow them around. Taylor's, of course, called Swifties. Yeah. Lady Gaga's are called Little Monsters. And Jeremy Clarkson's are called an angry Argentinian mob. Let's get some guests on! Later we'll be meeting Neil Diamond, and he'll be performing for us. But first, how's that? It's Kevin Pieterson! Yay! Look at Paul. You're not going to hit your head. All right. She belongs to me. It's Taylor Swift, everybody! It's Taylor Swift! Wow! Hello! Lovely to see you. You come in to down, down, down. And now for something completely different, it's John Cleese! Wow! You're very welcome, sir. Hello. Sit down. This may be the tallest couch we've ever had. Every single one of you, I thought you were going to hit your head.
We're going to pick on you.
Oh, no, look at that. Look, I'm like... Pathetic. I'll hunch here in the corner. Now, very welcome, John and Taylor. You've been on before. Now, Kev, is it Kev, KP?
KP's fine. I've been called a lot worse. As long as you call me Kevin, I'm happy. KP, I'm happy.
So here's the thing. Obviously, we're very happy that KP is here, but I did a bit of genning up on the cricket. Now, Taylor, you've spent... have I seen pictures of you at football matches?
No.
Have you been to a cricket match?
No.
No.
But I went to Lord's today. Lord's
Did you?
The place where you play cricket. I went to it.
Now, if you Google cricket, it brings up the home of cricket is Lord's. So she walked through the door, Taylor walked through the door, and she mentioned, oh, cricket, of course I know who you are. No, you don't.
Yes,
you don't, and you don't know what cricket is.
Yes, I do. You wrote a book, and you played the cricket, and you...
People love hearing him playing the cricket. It's a very long game. It's a very long game. Yeah. It takes days.
Is it possible
right?
to explain to Americans that you can have an international match where England are playing India or Australia, and it goes on for 5 days, and after the end of the 5th day, it can still be a draw?
I know what cricket is. I know it's like relatively violent and. You know what I'm saying? Like there was this episode of Friends where Ross is dating an English girl, and her friends, her mates.
This happened.
Her mates get into a cricket match, and he tries to play, and he just like breaks all the bones in his body. It's wild.
I think wasn't that rugby?
Cricket or rugby?
Wasn't that rugby?
That was rugby.
We're good. Listen, gotta say, cricket is, I mean, it's been on the news. I mean, you've been on everywhere. You've been on everywhere this week, KP. And, like, this book, you must have known it was going to kind of ruffle feathers when you were writing it.
I knew it was going to ruffle feathers. I didn't think it was going to ruffle this many feathers.
Okay.
I knew it was going to be my side of the story, which I was going to be able to tell and be able to just feel very therapeutic about in finishing. But goodness, yeah, it's yeah.
There is a slight whiff in the air, and I think that smell is bridges burning.
I think you're smelling them from January, mate.
No, because here's the thing. You are the highest-scoring English batsman of all time, and yet this book would suggest that you're not going to play for England again.
Potentially not, no. And that's why I've got to accept that what I've achieved and what I've been lucky to achieve, I've got to be grateful for, be happy with, and just say, you know what, there's more to life now. And, yeah, just get on and do whatever I need to do.
And you're still playing cricket?
I am, yeah. I've got played tournaments around the world. So I'm in Australia, I've got office in South Africa, India. Not in America, Taylor, unfortunately, but the Caribbean, which is close.
Well, we love that game, so it's...
It is taking off. But actually, no, here's the thing, though, Taylor. You don't know much about cricket, but you do know about John Cleese.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
What do you know about me?
I know about the Bond movies. I'm a huge Bond fan.
They're not very good, are they?
What are you talking about?
Sorry,
Don't even do that. Don't be a self-hater.
I'm not hating myself, I'm hating the Bond movies because I can't follow the plots of the Bond movies.
I can follow the plots. I can follow Bond movies.
You can?
Cricket, not
You're
as
the only
much.
person I've ever met who could follow the plot in one of the last Bond movies. And the titles, don't ever do it tomorrow, or kill him tonight. I mean, what a quantum of solace.
Well, that was a shocker. That was a shocker.
I always wanted to write a film called The Last Prawn. You know, I think you couldn't walk past a cinema. You'd have to go and see what it was about. But a quantum of solace.
Well, Taylor, if you like, if you're John
dear me.
Cleese, all the Swifties can buy you this for Christmas because John Cleese has written an autobiography.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
easy to wrap.
Fantastic. That's a beautiful cover.
It's nice, isn't
I
it?
love the feathers.
With parrot feathers, you see.
Yeah, I love those.
Oh, yes. Easy to wrap. Thank you very much.
I'm trying to sell it, John.
I really want that.
No, your book, something to try.
Whose
One of the
book?
great
His or
characters.
mine?
Yours, your
Mine.
book. We'll
Yeah,
get back to
yeah,
it.
we'll
We'll
come back to it.
get back to KP's book.
Harry Potter.
Book? What?
Did you talk about Harry Potter?
Harry Potter?
Being in the Harry Potter movie?
I hated being in that. That was the most bloody boring thing I've ever done. It was all special effects. I'm not joking. It's just horrible.
Just a little
Acting, and you-
tear.
Yeah, you're just crushing on your girl's dreams.
I didn't mean the film wasn't good. It just actually acting it was awful.
I'm sorry that I brought it up. I really didn't.
Don't do it again.
But one of the big characters in your book is your mom. Because your mother is... She sounds...
Oh, my God.
She sounds amazing.
That was after she died.
And it is funny you say that, because she did share your kind of darker sense of humour.
Oh boy, did she had an extraordinary sense of humour. She was a depressed woman, I have to tell you. I used to ring her up really about twice a week, and I'd always say, "Hello, Mum, how are you?" And she'd say, "Well, I was a little bit of surprise. I've been a little bit down this week." And I don't know why she was surprised, because she was a little bit down this week for 50... And you don't want your mother to be down. You want her to be happy, and you know. And she wouldn't. And I would listen to all the reasons latterly when she got old, because she died eventually at the age of 101. She was 101.
That's a
Her
hell of an
life spanned the entire 20th century, as I said on my stage show. You know, she lived through the First World War. Great Depression, rise of Hitler and Stalin, Second World War, atomic bomb, foundation of Israel, Cold War, space age. She lived through it all without really noticing any of it.
You loved your mum.
You loved it. You got a lot of laughs out of it. Yeah. Anyway, I did say to her when she was very depressed one day, I said, "Look, I'll tell you what, if you're still feeling this way next week, I know a little man in Fulham, and I could give him a call if you like, but only if you like, and he could come down to Weston-super-Mare and kill you. There was this long silence, and then she cackled with laughter. And from then on, any time that she kind of said to me she was feeling a bit depressed, I'd listen for a bit, and I said, so should I call the little man in Fulham? It would make her laugh, and she'd say things like, oh, no, I've got a sherry party on Friday.
Because mothers are... Because Taylor's mother, she's a worrier, your mother.
Yes, that's putting it very lightly.
Is she a worst-case scenario person?
Yeah, we call her worst-case scenario Andrea. or Central Intelligence Andrea.
Oh, 'cause she knows everything?
Yeah, it's like...
Okay.
Yeah. So she Googles everything. She somehow navigates her way through the internet. Can't figure out how to work a phone. But she could have all of your background information and fingerprints
So
in 5
she was
minutes.
the one who Googled cricket and messaged you and said, Lord, the cricket. So you're going to blame your mum. You're going to get off here and you're going to blame your mum.
Surprisingly. But yeah, my mom is...
Give me the book, because I can read out. I don't think we're going to have a competition here. Oh, no. I don't think that your mother was more anxious or phobic than mine was. 395.
There you go.
Oh, yes, here we are.
I wrote this book.
I said I used to joke about the fact that she suffered from omniphobia. That is, you name it, she had a morbid dread of it. I once compiled a list of events that frightened her, and it was quite comprehensive. Very loud snoring, low-flying aircraft, church bells, fire engines, trains, buses and lorries, thunder, shouting, large cars, most medium-sized cars, noisy small cars, burglar alarms, fireworks, especially crackers, loud radios, barking dogs, whinnying horses, nearby silent horses, cows in general, megaphones, sheep, corks coming out of sparkling wine bottles, motorcycles, even very small ones, balloons being popped, vacuum cleaners not being used by her, things being dropped, dinner gongs, parrot houses, whoopee cushions, chiming doorbells, hammering bombs, hooters, old-fashioned alarm clocks, pneumatic drills, and hairdryers, even those used by her.
Wow.
I don't know if I can. See, my mom's still alive, so I still have to answer to whatever I say about her.
But she's worried for you. Doesn't she think terrible things are going to happen?
It's not about her.
She thinks terrible things are going to happen to you.
Everything terrible is going to happen to me.
Because they invent things that you couldn't even believe happened.
She walks into my apartment and got a lot of candles burning in here. Lots of candles, and you think she's going to go to the fire hazard. You think she's going to say, I'm going to burn the place down.
Yeah.
But she takes a very, very quick right turn to, you know, I saw this program on the news that most people are getting lung cancer from candles these days.
Good mother.
It's quick.
Excellent mother.
You can never predict it.
And now, here's it, because Kevin, you're a dad now.
Mate, my mother is amazing. She said, cause as much controversy as you want in your book. Say whatever you want tonight. Do
Oh,
whatever
look
you
at
need
him
to
over here.
do.
My mom's great.
My mom's the greatest.
You're serious?
John, come
You
on.
like your mother?
I mean...
She's most interesting.
I do. I have to. I only see my mother once every 6 months. She still lives in
Well,
South
that's
Africa.
the secret, you see.
I know. You've got to distance yourself.
Yes. Yes.
See, we're very
that's
close.
good.
Makes the heart grow fonder.
Well, there's a
Yeah.
big distance now.
Long-distance relationships. You don't want them living 2 miles down the road where they can just turn up on your door and look after your kid. No. You want them at a phone call's distance. I've got mine at an aeroplane's distance. I've sussed it.
The ding-dong, no, you don't want that.
chance.
No, yes.
That's a no-go.
Well, two other things in common. Taylor and John, something they're the love of the cats. Now, you have two, Taylor?
Yeah, I have two.
Two. I like the cat.
Can we see those pictures again, possibly? Because I asked Taylor what kind of cats they were, and you said they were what?
Well, I only have two. He showed a picture of like 17 cats.
Yeah. That's in your future. Here comes Taylor, crazy cat lady.
That's a few years down the road.
But this is Olivia.
How did it have the accident? Is that a proper cat, or is it damaged irreparably?
Oh, it's a beautiful cat.
It's the weirdest cat I've ever seen in my life.
John Cleese, you could not say that is the weirdest cat you've ever seen in your life. Here's a picture of John Cleese's cat. Look at that! Look at that thing!
The one on the left is my wife. She's not a cat.
It's a monster.
It's a panther.
It's a Maine
That is not climbing your curtains.
It's an American breed, and the reason it's not here tonight is it didn't want to come.
Yeah. But here's the thing, but just when it didn't come, because KP down there, really allergic.
Yeah, I'm allergic to cats, so I'm not a massive fan of cats,
Yeah.
Cats and I just...
I
yeah,
love
we
that
don't
phrase.
know.
I'm not a massive fan.
I was very selective in my choice of words. Because I know there'd be a lot of people watching the show and everyone would think
I
I
don't want to be
hated
near
cats.
anyone like that.
I'm okay with... I mean, I'm in South Africa this time next week on safari, and I like the big cats.
Oh, the big cats.
The big cats I'm absolutely at ease with. I'd prefer to be, and probably something people don't know about me, I'd prefer to be on safari, watching animals, with animals, more than I'd like to be on this sofa or playing cricket.
Yep.
Animals and me are just... I love animals, but I'm
charming,
allergic
isn't
to
it?
cats.
Sorry to keep you.
But what I was trying to say...
No wonder you fall out with people. I'd rather be anywhere else than here.
I was giving you a compliment, saying you right alongside my other love of cricket.
Oh, thank you very much.
There we go.
Yeah, very good.
It's weird. I feel weird about it.
But you see, you're the opposite. You're the opposite to a cat, because if you don't like a cat will come and sit at your ankle. A cat will come and sit on your lap.
That's right.
And that's what happens. And
Because they're intelligent. They're emotionally...
That is what they do.
A dog wouldn't do that. A dog would say, oh, master, master, who shall I bite next? I much prefer cats. They're unpredictable and cussed, like women. You know?
Ooh, we don't want to do that.
I feel some claws just about. Now, Taylor Swift, you are back with your new album. This is your fifth album, right? Fifth?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah. And this is like not a twang, ladies and gentlemen, not a twang on it. This is pop, 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 isn't it? This is the... Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you can do that all you want. It's nice.
And the other thing is, it's a Taylor Swift album, because we worried for you, because it seemed like you had to go through such awful things to create your albums. And now this is an album with no heartbreak, there's no kind of songs to lovers, it's very upbeat and positive.
Well, I mean, it's definitely got... It still has emotional complexity to it, which is the most important thing. But it's not about, like... devastation, pining away, like rocking back and forth in a corner sobbing. Like, it's definitely much more about kind of the last 2 years of my life, which have been about moving to New York, surrounding myself with my friends, figuring out who I am, independence, freedom, all of those things. And when I am reflecting back on a romantic relationship, it's mostly just looking back on the things I learned from it, rather than you did this, it made me feel like this, which used to be the formula.
So, are you a single lady at the moment?
Yes.
So, now, I always think this is interesting, because you're Taylor Swift. Can somebody ask you out?
Yeah, I mean, they can.
And you'll just go, what the earth are you doing?
No, it's not like that. It's just that my life is really, really busy and really complicated, and it becomes kind of too chaotic when I involve someone else in it. And that's just something I've observed over time. If you give people one thing to talk about, they multiply it by 50 and they make all these sensationalized stories up about you. If you give people 0 to talk about, anything multiplied by 0 is still 0.
You're on it.
Yeah. It's just math.
And what I like is the new single, which is a huge hit everywhere, Shake It Off, is that kind of philosophy of not getting bogged down in all that stuff.
Yeah. It's a lot easier to deal with kind of this whole chaotic thing where people are allowed to say whatever they want about you and call a newspaper and that it's a national news story. It's a lot easier to handle that with a sense of humor. And with Shake It Off, I kind of, you know, in hearing from my fans online, it's not just me who deals with gossip. It's not just me who deals with kind of how human beings treat each other on a day-to-day basis. It's happening to everyone everywhere. And so I figured, why not make a song that is about dealing with that, letting go of it, and comes from a place of strength, and also makes people want to dance.
Yeah, shake it off.
Yeah, just
shake it off.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I think KP, you need this in your life. Shake it off. Shake it off. Andy Flower, shake it off.
Shake him off.
Matt Pryor, shake it off. Fake Twitter, shake it off. See, the real book, but you could shake it off.
I have now. The chapter closes.
Is the book is Shake It Off?
That's it. That's a Shake It Off. That's my Shake It Off.
Shake it off. Yeah. Alimony, shake it. Well, no, you can't shake off alimony. That's always with us.
20 million.
Which suggests you had a lot.
Yeah, it left me
It
with
was only that.
1.5, I think.
Yeah,
as far as I remember, yeah.
That's 50%, remember?
Yes,
When you go through it, it's 50%. So if you...
Theoretically.
You guys are like, why don't you date?
Yeah. How much money does Taylor have? All of it. And listen, we're going to take a look at a clip of the single. It's out now, and the album's out on the 27th of October. Here's Taylor shaking it off.
'Cause the players gonna play, and the haters gonna hate, baby. I'm just gonna shake, shake it off. Heartbreakers gonna break, and the fakers gonna fake, baby. I'm just gonna shake, I shake it off.
And here's the thing, new album, 1989, that presumably means there's going to be another tour.
Yeah, there will be another tour. I'm really excited.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is this going to be, presumably it'll be a global festival of Taylor Swift.
That's what we should call it.
Yeah, Festival of Taylor Swift. The Taylor Swift Festival.
Didn't you invite a load of people to your house? Fans to your house? I heard that on the radio yesterday or the day before, but I didn't know whether it was fiction or not.
No, that's true.
That's true?
But how do you
Yes.
select them?
How do you get people to come around your gaff?
Well, basically, I got this idea before I finished the album, and I wanted to call it the 1989 Secret Sessions, because I knew before I finished the album that I was most proud of this album more than anything I'd done before, and so I wanted to give fans a chance to hear it before it came out, like a month before it came out, and I'd never done this before, but I wanted it to be all fans who had never met me before. It had been like, I've been to 7 shows, I've never met you, I camped out on the street, I waited outside, I never saw you, whatever. Like, I wanted it to be these people who've been so dedicated, but I've never gotten to thank them in person.
We didn't get an invite, John.
No.
Maybe next time.
But
Next time.
Go.
But I just think,
Yeah.
Taylor, you know, not to sound like worst-case scenario Andrea, but it sounds like a terrible idea. The worst. The worst idea. Was it all right?
Well, so the way that...
Yeah, never doing it again.
the way
The
that...
word you're looking for is no.
Actually,
No, you had fun. You liked it.
I found them on the internet for the...
Tinder.
which is a...
Tinder. I don't know what you're talking about, Ken.
I would go online, I would look at their Instagram pages or their Tumblr or their Twitter or whatever, and just kind of watch them for months and months. And I'd go back and just sort of cyber stalk them. And that's and then I invited them over, and
They came.
they came, and we've had them at every one of my houses, and
When did you first start having these feelings?
I have to say, well, this is sweet, right? So the fans, because the fans who go to do it, they then, of course, want to blog about it because they've had this amazing experience.
Of course.
But when they blog about it, it's borderline confusing on whether they had a good time or not. So here are some of the blog things. So, We were asked to go to the living room, sit down, not know how much I was sweating during that moment. I was like, the fuck is going to happen? My poor heart could not keep up. Then all of a sudden, she just popped up out of nowhere. She appeared out of thin air like David Copperfield, and we all died, like, for real. Wait, there's more. This one. So she said she'll be playing her album for us. Let me tell you, the noise that came out of my mouth was not human. I legit almost told Mama Swift to call me an ambulance because I wasn't going to make it.
I love them so much because they always talk about dying.
Yeah, I died.
They're like, rest in peace me, R.I.P. me, I died dead.
Yeah, we did a little break, and she was passing around Rice Krispie treats and cookies, and I was talking to her mom for a little, and then I walked back in, and she was like, hey, babe, thanks for coming. Do you want a treat? And I was like, I would, but I think I'm dead.
These are amazing.
This is brilliant. Mid-sentence, she stopped talking and pointed to Amanda and said, Amanda, I'm so glad you're here. Amanda died. Right there, she died. And finally, guys, just wait for the one she did with Imogen Heap, because damn, that one slayed everyone to heaven and back. While listening to the song, I literally had to plan my funeral arrangements because I wasn't going to make it. Right on the 50s. Very good. I love them.
Oh my God. Those were so funny, I think I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die right here, just dead. Oh my God.
And we found the reason why she's single, I think.
Oh my God,
You just don't pick him right.
Those are boyfriends. Those are just people that I like a lot.
Stalking them.
That you got off the internet.
Yeah, but Gaby, you married a pop star. You married a pop singer. I mean, because
She stalked me.
well, like that. Did she find you, invite you to her
Who
house?
did you marry?
Who did I marry?
Yeah, who's your
A girl called
wife?
Jessica from Liberty X.
Cool.
Was Liberty X still
That's
going when you
Just finishing. Yeah, just finishing.
when you
Yeah.
got together?
Yeah,
so
it was.
You didn't have that, did you?
No, we didn't have that. No,
You didn't have fans around the house.
I invited her around my house. I stalked her.
Correct.
That's the way.
Actually, talking of fans, since the book came out, what has the response been? Because, your relationship with the England fans has been, checkered.
Yeah.
So,
It's been amazing.
So the cab drivers and people in the street, they're all...
Oh, amazing. Honestly, the last 9 months have been absolutely incredible. Since I was sacked, it's just been, amazing. Yeah. It has been. I think, everybody realizes that there was issues. And it's just been fantastic.
So this is it, the autobiography. It's in shops now. And
Mulder, look at that.
I know, look at that. Yeah,
Kevin, is that supposed to be you?
Do the face.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That is
That's
so
exactly
good.
it.
You
That
look-
is
is it?
him.
Yeah, you look really like him.
Is that a passport?
It is a passport photo.
So here's the thing. Is it fair to say, when things are going well, when you're all winning,
Yeah.
everything great, when you're losing, you all fall out and it's terrible?
I think that's common in all walks of life.
Yeah.
When things are going well, people paper over cracks. And when things start to go wrong, people look for excuses, people blame each other. But the one thing I'm proud about in that book is that Andy Flower knows about all of that stuff in the book before I wrote it. And when we were doing well, I was still complaining about the stuff that I knew wasn't right with our system. And so that's what I've reported.
And I suppose the other thing I was wondering is, because you've now kind of lived through it all again, writing the book,
Yeah.
you've gone through this whole experience,
Yeah.
and we're making light of it a bit, but it got pretty grueling for you at various times. It was
Yeah.
very personal to you.
Yeah.
And I just wondered, having written all this and gone through it again, are there things you would do differently? Or do you look back and kind of think, actually, I could have handled that better, I could have done something?
Yeah, clearly, we all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. We all make mistakes in every walk of life, and I certainly made them. And
What are the
there
biggies? What are the biggies? What are the
I'll
big...
tell you what, one of the biggest mistakes I made was Andrew Strauss when he played just before his 100th Test match. I was involved in that text messaging scandal. And for me, one of my good friends who was just about to play his 100th Test match, playing a 100th Test match is quite a big thing. It's like huge. And his whole week being the captain of the side too. Okay.
I love
nowhere there.
learning. You do your chess match, and then you...
Test match.
Chess
Yeah, it's a contact sport.
We break bones and stuff.
Okay, so he's doing the 100th test.
Yeah, so basically I was involved in that little bit of a scandal the week before his 100th test match. He had basically thought in his mind, I'm finishing at that test match. He had captained us for a few years. He was a fantastic captain. He was a very good cricketer, a good friend of mine. I was involved in a bit of a mix-up, and it just went through.
What mix-up? Should I not ask about that?
No,
Yeah, we don't talk about that. You go on.
Yeah. We're not going to go for that. That's cricket again.
Okay.
And basically that just sort of tarnished his week, which should have been one of the greatest weeks of his career. And I regret that, and I feel so sorry for that. And yeah, it sort of tarnished and hurt our relationship a little bit, which I don't like.
Now, how do I put this delicately? I want to put this nicely,
Okay.
but reading the book, it strikes me that maybe, just maybe, team sports not for you. Tennis, he'd be a great tennis player. Golf would be lovely.
I started playing golf.
But I think really, really go for
Why do
that.
you think I'm so happy? Why do you think I'm so happy?
Snooker?
Maybe not, but yeah, I'd probably be happy there too.
But you love the IPL. You were telling me.
I do. I love cricket. It's the best thing. I've been very blessed and fortunate to have...
You just keep listening.
No, IPL.
I love cricket.
Don't try to tell Taylor about cricket.
I love the cricket.
Well, listen, I mean, it is a fascinating story, and it is the sort of book, it will appeal to more than cricket fans, because it's a really kind of privileged glimpse.
Those who don't watch cricket, everybody.
Well, I don't know. But I didn't expect to find it interesting, but it is a really kind of great... Why would I? Why would I? You know, cricket's not my world. But it is a really interesting... Because it's a hidden world to me, and it's a really interesting kind of glimpse into that
In
world.
the dressing room, he thought it was played with a garden hose.
No, I didn't tell you that. Hey, listen, we've got one musical superstar on the sofa already. Time to meet another. Our singing guest tonight has sold over 130 million albums worldwide and is quite simply a legend. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Neil Diamond.
Pleasure.
Okay, you just... musical chair. There you go, sir. Grab a seat, grab a seat.
Wow.
You're very welcome to the
What
show.
a conversation. I'm sitting backstage listening to this, and I've learned so much about cricket. And, you know, chess matches, and it's been great.
Before we do another thing, what are you singing for us tonight?
I'm going to sing a song from the Melody Road album, the new album that I have, and it's my 41st album.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And
That's... wow. That is amazing.
That's amazing. I'm such a huge fan of your songwriting. It's really such a treat to meet you.
Thank you so much. And I heard you mention that this was your 4th album.
Fifth,
yeah.
Fifth.
Yeah. Close.
And it's hard to do. It's very hard to do an album, and I'm very happy to have reached 41, and onward and upward. This is one of the better ones, and...
Listen, I think what's interesting is, so Melody Road, this is what you do. You're a songwriter. You write songs, and here's an album, all new material. But because you have this incredible back catalogue, like when you do live shows, because there's so many songs that the fans have to hear, how do you fit the new material in?
Well, we do that. We change them on various nights, and we fit them in. And when we go out again, and we will go out again, and it won't be a secret, I can't keep it a secret, we'll be touring through the next year with this album.
And when you do the hits, you know, the big songs, does it vary from country to country? What songs get the biggest roar?
Not really.
So what is your biggest hit according to the crowd?
I have no biggest hit. My biggest hits are the
Sweet
20...
Caroline.
Sweet
Caroline. Let's take Sweet Caroline.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sweet Caroline, Neil, Sweet Caroline!
You got it.
Sweet Caroline! Sing it! Sing it!
Well, I've done it 1,000 times, maybe, and that's why I can't sing it anymore. I turn it over to the audience and let them sing it, and they do it very well.
Because Taylor Swift, you've been at, I think, the poshest sing-along I've ever seen. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, I do. Yeah. You
We've
say
got
posh.
Yeah, we've got a picture of the three of you. John Bon Jovi, you, and Prince William.
Yeah, it was insane. And I was very nervous for the whole thing because it was at Kensington Palace and it was my first kind of royal encounter of sorts. And it was, John Bon Jovi was on stage and he was singing, he was about to sing Living on a Prayer. And he kind of pointed to Prince William and said something like, I hear you like to do this at karaoke night, karaoke boy.
Wow.
I was like, future King of England, karaoke boy. Just processing all of this. He starts the song and Prince William looks over at me and says, like, I don't remember it now, like it's all gone now, like I don't remember the song now, like kind of freaking out a little bit. And he just looks at me and he's like, you gotta go with me, like you gotta go with me. And I was like, okay. So we went up there and we sang along to Living on a Prayer and like, I died.
What I love there is there's a picture. There's a picture of Prince William, and he is so fangirling Prince William in this picture. Look at it. He died. One is literally dying. One is planning one state funeral. Oh, bless it. Mr. Diamond, you're going to sing for us.
I would love to.
Your band awaits. Over you go.
Great.
Sean, thank you so much, Kevin. Have a little seat there inside. Sit down there inside, Kevin. Thank you. Brilliant. Oh, fantastic.
All right.
And the voice is the same. The voice is the same. It's amazing.
It's not my fault. It just, I open my mouth and that's what I sound like, and I can't change it. So I'm so glad people like it. That's all.
Thank you very much. They love it.
My pleasure.
They absolutely loved it. Very good. Yeah. Right, before we go tonight, just time for a visit to the red chair. So, hello, who have we got? Hello.
Hello. How we doing?
What's your name, sir?
My name is Ben.
Ben.
This gets tricky. Ben over here.
Okay. No, wait now. Kevin. No, play nice. This is why you fall out with people. So, where are you from?
I am from New Zealand.
Why? How many people from New Zealand can come to? Is there anyone in New Zealand? Deserted. They're all here. Do you live
Kiwis are
here?
the best.
I do live here.
And what do you do, Bean?
I'm a primary school teacher.
God, you're raising the nation.
Yes, at the moment, if that's okay.
God help us.
Where is he? Where can we find him?
Oh.
I'm fine.
Slow down, lady.
Fine. I'm fine.
Worst case scenario,
No,
Andrea's here.
I've got it in check.
Got it in check? Okay, deep breath.
No, it's
deep
good.
breath.
I'm good now.
Okay.
It's fine.
Okay, Bean. Off you go with this story.
Okay, so a couple of years ago, I took my Year 4 class on a museum sleepover. And one of the activities during the night is we go on a midnight spooky walk. So we all get in line with our hands on our shoulders, making our way through the pitch black. It was all great, we're having a great time. And as we're heading for a doorway nearing the end, the kids were screaming one by one, getting great fun, it was all going well. Now, what was unknown to me, why they were screaming, was one of the young girl museum staff was hidden down in a dark corner, and she was clutching out at them as they passed, and she was grabbing their stomachs. Now, what she didn't think about and what she had forgotten was I was also in that line. There's a very different part of the body where it is there. So suddenly I felt this hand clutch out of the darkness and, yes, grab my crotch. And she went completely red. She couldn't look at me for the rest of the night, and, yeah.
That's quite a cute story. Should we let Bean walk? Yeah, give him a walk. Come on, yeah. It's been lovely talking to everybody tonight. Thank you to all my guests. Mr. Neil Diamond, Kevin Pieterson, Taylor Swift, and Mr. John Cleese. Join me next week with the writer and actor Stephen Fry, Oscar-winning star Robert Duvall, Iron Man Robert Downey Jr., and music and chat from mega band U2. I'll see you then. Good night, everybody.